the mighty PS4. Now, let me just put it out there. I am almost as good as sex, I would say. Well, sometimes it depends on the sex. Sometimes Tetris will just win hands down. You know, sometimes it's much more satisfying. There's a lot of really bad lays out there, people. I'll tell you that much. And don't listen to any of my ex-partners I've slept with. They might tell you the same, but they don't know what they're talking about. You know, I know how to make things fit. They just don't. And what you got to do. People, you know, some people don't get it with gaming, and they say, "Oh, it's a waste of time. I prefer to be outside doing real things." Why would you want to waste your time gaming when you could be achieving actual tangible things in the real world? You know, being pragmatic and whatnot. And I say to those people, go suck a dick. Well, I don't say that because that's a bit crude and doesn't really communicate much intelligibly. But what I do say is that, you know, they just don't get it. And in all actual fact, gaming has been proven. Studies have proven that gaming can actually help stimulate the mind, particularly, or especially with dementia victims, people that suffer from dementia and all this. It can actually help stimulate recovery, or at least it helps them keep their mind active, you know, which is really important when you're suffering from such mental conditions and your mind's atrophying and all those synapses and whatnot just disappearing. Playing Tetris might just be the remedy, you know what I'm saying? So not only is it satisfying, not only is it fun, but you know, it can actually be good for you and actually help you achieve tangible outcomes. You know, those tangible outcomes that people are so hyped about. And not only that, you know, for example, let's look at actual Tetris. I would say, after all my time playing Tetris, it's actually helped me in a number of ways. Particularly what comes to mind is moving house, alright? And anyone that knows Mr. Phoenix, anyone that knows me properly, will know that I've moved around quite a bit throughout my life. So I've done the necessary to and fro, you know, taking all of my furniture, and I'm a bit of a hoarder. I have lots of stuff, and the more I age, the more I have. I do throw stuff out, but it gradually just keeps mounting. So, you know, you learn not only, you know, after doing that enough times and packing everything, unpacking, repacking, unpacking, repacking, and setting everything into your new house, you do pick up on how to pack better. But I would put a lot of it down to Tetris. You know, this is all about making stuff fit, knowing how shapes work, how they can fit together, pattern analysis, really. And I would say if you have a Tetris master versus someone who's never played Tetris, but let's say they're both identical twins, yeah, one plays Tetris, the other one doesn't play Tetris. I would say that the one that plays Tetris would have a marked, a marked advantage when it comes to moving house. I would put that forth because of their experience playing Tetris. All right. Maybe for some it might also help them in the bedroom if they do manage to fail with figuring out how things fit. But jokes aside, I think games can be great for you, and there's different kinds of games. There's racing games, and I will say the same, that I think, you know, if you look at games more like as a simulator, and I would say that these days the way games are, that they are more so simulators than anything else. I mean, because they're getting so realistic. Even the mechanics of games is getting more realistic. So when you think about it, it's actually it's the same as if you're going to be an astronaut and you want to figure out how to work a shuttle, right? Oh, why did I do that? They would actually put you in a simulator to help you figure out, okay, this is what you need to do come the real scenario, right? So at that point, you want to go and look at what the astronauts are doing in their training. You want to go, oh, these guys are just playing games. What are they doing? You would actually recognize, okay, this is part of their training, which means it's preparing them for the real thing to come. Yes. So if a pass can be given to them, and one can say, well, they're being productive, they're doing it because it's necessary, then why, I put to you, cannot the same pass be made for other games? So I'll go back to the racing example. I believe that if you've played a ton of racing games, that maybe your reflexes and knowing what to do in certain situations and how to take certain angles, where you might know how to better take certain angles, etc. Damn, I broke my Tetris streak. That sucks. I'm okay at this, and it's not that to be honest with you, I don't really play a shit ton of Tetris. It's not like I live and breathe Tetris. I kind of feign. I don't really feign my passion for it, but I appreciate that it's a classic. It's one of the first. It has its place, well and truly. So I pay homage to that. But I've had this game now for about a year, and I don't play it too much. I've managed to get my girlfriend Claire playing it because she was ardently against video games, to be honest with you. And it wasn't until I got her playing a little bit of Peggle, and then finally Tetris, that I truly hit the mark, and she just fell in love with it. She loves this game now, and every day she's like, can we have a game of Tetris? And we have fun together. And I think, in terms of looking at it like that, like as a fun way to pass time, and really there's games for all kinds of people. People that say, oh, gaming's not my thing. Like all games are just smushed together into one same game, they're all the same. I think that's really, I think they don't get what they're actually talking about. They have this idea in their head of what gaming is, far removed from the actual reality of what it is, which is just a fun way to pass time. Same way that you might pass time, let's say, by watching a movie, and people don't really go, oh, why do you watch movies? That just wastes time, People don't talk like that. So I think, they give a pass to movies because I guess it's more common. It's been around longer than video games, I suppose. But when you think about it, I would say it's a TV, it's images on a screen that you're watching, but it actually involves interaction, which people makes a bit of difference. In particular difference in the respect that there's actual neurochemical things going on in your brain. Now, I'm not saying that to be a smartass. When you watch TV, adverts in particular, it's been proven that it has a hypnotic effect on children and on humans in general. A hypnotic effect, meaning it subdues your mind's neural capacity. It doesn't make it work at all. It puts it into a dumbed down, sleepy state. But that's what people deem to be acceptable, normal. If you say, yeah, I love watching movies, people are like, oh, yeah, no, movies aren't my thing. Ew, whereas if you're like, oh, yeah, I love playing games, people are like, oh, he's a gamer. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like to sit and watch a screen, but actually use my brain at the same time. Oh, that guy likes to use his brain at the same time. Ew, that's just not my cup of tea. So I think it's a bit funny. I think it's all about the culture that we're in and what came first, and TV's a bit more popular. So there's that. But I think it's a fun way to pass time. If you get past a lot of the wanky attitudes that people have with this kind of stuff, and you accept it for what it is, and you learn to have fun with it, then I think you get a lot more out of it. And to be honest with you, it's such a cheap, refreshing way to pass time. It's not difficult at all. You buy one game that can literally cost you between $5 to $15, $30, $40, whatever, and then you're set up. You can play that game for the rest of your life, assuming you have electricity and all of that for the rest of your life. Now, that to me doesn't sound like a bad deal, and it's like I said, once you've made that initial investment, however cheap or expensive, it will last you and your friends and your family and your partner for as long as you will. Alright? So it's cheaper than Just Drunk, followed by altogether, 40, 30 on a taxi, not to mention the actual club fee, whatever that ends up being. It's cheaper than that. Once you've made that investment, you just keep going, and it's it's all good. You know what I mean? So I think if people weren't so stuck in their fixed mindsets and they didn't just go with the flow and like, oh, in general, people aren't really huge on gaming, so I'm just going to jump on that bandwagon and just be like, oh, gaming sucks. If you actually gave it a shot and opened up your mind and let yourself realize that not all games are the same. There are different kinds of games for different kinds of people. You would realize that, hey, maybe gaming is actually for you and you can have a bit of fun with it, you know? But unfortunately people tend to just follow, I think I fucked myself, I fucked myself. Well and truly fucked myself. How's that? But did I manage to set a new score? I didn't set my new score, unfortunately. It appears I made it 60% of the way. But yeah, people just generally go with the flow, and they won't give new things an opportunity if they might think, oh, I'm joining a minority. Ew. But you'll find that when you find a good thing in life, it quite often starts becoming a not so good thing. You know what I mean? You'll find like a really nice spot to go camping or have parties or hang out, or you'll find a really fun thing to do that no one else is doing and it's all yours and your friends and it's special. And then, you know, people start catching word through the grapevine, they start seeing you having all this fun and they like, oh, I'll get in on that action, I'll have what she's having, you know, and then all of a sudden it's one big fucking fuckfest, one massive circle jerk, and everyone starts getting covered in each other's shit, and it starts smelling and it's not fun anymore, and it just becomes old hat. It just becomes just bollocks, you know, like good nightclubs that exist, and then everyone goes there and it just ruins the vibe, the atmosphere, the people aren't the same, the whole crowd isn't the same, it just becomes fucked, you know. That's what when it comes to minorities, you know, if you look at the minority in the sense that a good thing quite often does fall into the minority, which is why it's such a good thing. It's the fact that the majority catches on that they ruin it. So I think people got to really start looking and reversing their attitude a bit, looking at things differently. I'm going to try to do this a bit quicker now. And giving everything a chance, you know. I don't know what I was doing there, that's just retarded. But people got to start giving themselves a chance to explore the minority and to think, well, maybe it's a minority for a reason. Maybe it can still be pure and untainted because it's not just, you know, full of everyone doing the shit. And I might realize that they're part of something special, even if it is small and unique. You know what I mean? And there is actually there a community of people that isn't really that small. I mean, gaming is really caught on now. A lot more people, I think, are coming around, and a lot of people that wouldn't have gotten onto it before are starting to see it differently, you know. And that's good to see. It's good to see. Like today I saw appear to be like a middle-aged husband and wife going and purchasing some PS4 games. You see like families buying consoles for their kids, and they'll even ask, oh, what's a good game for me? Or you're sitting getting an adult game which you're hoping isn't for the kids. But then again, you never know these days. And that to me is kind of inspirational. It's good to see that, you know, people are starting to just go, fuck it, you know, why not? Why not give it a shot? Might have fun, you know? And I hope they find that they do have fun and that they enjoy what they are doing, you know? Because gaming, I gotta tell you, it's fun, and like I said, it's the cheapest way to pass time. They're not all the same. There are so many different kinds of games. Anyone that says it's the same clearly has no idea what they're talking about, alright? Because, you know, you got racing games, if you like a bit of adrenaline, if you like cars, you like racing. You got puzzle games, like this, for example, if you like to use your brain, nothing too hectic, nothing violent. You know, it doesn't have to be shoot 'em ups all the time. That isn't what gaming is. A lot of people just think, oh, Call of Duty and shit like that when they hear about gaming. And there's a lot more to it than just Call of Duty, I'll tell you that. You got, you know, adventure kind of platform games like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro from back in the day, or Rayman, you know, and whatnot. You got turret. Oh fuck. Is that the end of me? No. Oh wow. If I can save myself here, I'm a bird. I am a bird. I don't think I can even get. I can't even get past that first piece. I fucked it. It's hard to do the whole talking, thinking thing while I play this. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit tricky. But the point is, there's even games out there like Beyond Two Souls, or The Last of Us, or Heavy Rain by Square Enix, which basically is a movie. Quite literally, all the different sequences and scenes in the game, they actually shot prior to making the game using real actors who had all these weird little balls all over their body in these suits and green screens and stuff. And they actually record their motions and the details of every move they make, and they put it into the game. And so when you're actually controlling it, you're controlling these motions, and quite often in those kind of games, you'll find that the choices you make, the things you decide to do, will determine the outcome of the game. You know, some characters will die or survive. You know, different endings, different outcomes depending on your choices. So in a way, it's like a movie, but better, because you're actually engaging and using your brain. And adding to that, you know, when I played The Last of Us, even Beyond Two Souls, even Heavy Rain, all of these games I played, the emotional impact it has on you when you're not just passively watching, just a removed person watching these strangers on the screen, but when you're actually putting yourself behind the eyes of the character in the game, and you become the character, and everything that happens to you and around your character is actually happening to you as a person. Because, you know, that's when they use this in game, they use the term immersion, which means to be immersed, so much so that you do not feel like you're a person with a controller playing a video game, wasting time, but you're actually inside another world. Alright? And a lot of people, they can't, you know, they don't give it a shot with gaming, and they think the controller's too hard, and especially shooting games. It's like, I'll never get this. But once you practice, it's like riding a bike. Once you become one with a bike, then you can learn to start going faster. And once you got that, then you can learn to start doing bunny hops. And once you got that, it's just second nature. You don't need to think anymore. You can naturally start flipping your wheels and doing tricks. Or you can actually start running around 360 and throwing axe chops from many yards away. But I don't know if you can do that with skill. I think they're mostly trick shots. But you get the point that once you become accustomed to it through practice, you become one with the controller and the movements of the game and everything you've got to do. You don't even think about it. It's literally like you're in the game doing it. It's literally, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to go, and you just make it happen as if you're in there. So when you're in those movie kind of games and you have stuff happening to you, the effect of it, the emotional impact it has on you is so much more profound. And anyone who at least gives The Last of Us 10 minutes of gameplay will understand exactly what I'm talking about. If you've got The Last of Us, or if you know someone that has it, and you don't even play games, just ask to borrow it or have a go on it for 10 minutes and see how it feels. You know, experience just that snippet of what is an amazing, heart-throbbing story. It's heart-aching, it's heart-wrenching. It's a great game, one of the best games. I mean, it won so many awards for best game, and graphics and story and whatnot. So that's basically it. Now I'm going to have a quick serious run of Tetris. I'm going to try and beat my score. That's my objective. So wish me luck, people. I'm going to actually focus a bit, because, you know, right now I'm probably using 90% of my brain. I mean, when I play this game, I don't really need to think about it so much. It's just kind of automatic. But when I'm talking, I've still noticed it's still degrading the quality of my performance. With that said, before I start going for my record, I will give you some tips to anyone that's interested in playing Tetris. This game in particular, it only cost me, I think, under $10 or $15 max on the PlayStation Network. I had to download it. You might be able to buy it on a disc, but I don't think so, because I haven't seen it anywhere. But first tip with Tetris is, you will notice to the right there's a box, and it says on the heading of that box, next, and obviously that will show you the next piece that you've got lined up. And then you'll notice on the top left box it says hold. What does hold do? This is what it does. If you press L1, it switches the current piece you had with the piece that was in that box. So I just switched it for this line. Now let's say I do it again. Let's say I press L1. It will switch it for that piece. So that's a bit of a new addition. I'm pretty certain they didn't have that in the original Tetris. It's really cool though, and it makes it so much easier. If you get a shit piece that doesn't fit, it makes it worlds easier to just sort that problem out. Now, for anyone that's never played Tetris, you don't know exactly what you need to do, and if you somehow haven't figured out just by watching me, and it's possible you haven't, and that's fine. That is fine. Basically, you've got to line up the pieces to make horizontal lines. And when you do, those lines will disappear. Now, if you get 4 lines in a row gone, which is the equivalent of one of those long blue sticks I picked, this stick right here that I just picked up, if you make all of that disappear, like watch this, I'll do it. See if I can do this. If you make them all disappear, you will get a Tetris, or Tetris Blast, or whatever they call it. Here we go. So I'll do one now. See how there's 4 lined up. Bang! There's my Tetris. You don't need to do that, but it does give you extra points, and at the end of the day, this is about getting as much points as you can. Alright? And sometimes it's just a challenge. Like, sometimes I'll challenge myself and I'm like, alright, I can't do anything except Tetrises. I can't do single lines, double lines, triple lines. It's got to be a Tetris all the way. And I'll do that just for the fun of it. And that's it, you lose the game. Pretty much. So you gotta not let the pieces hit the top, past the top. As soon as it goes past the top, adios amigos, you are out of here. Alright? So that's how you play. Now some tips. You will find that after a while of playing, it becomes second nature that you will, for one, associate the different colors with the different pieces. I don't even need to think about it, and to be honest with you, I probably could remember, but I've never had to think about it, so I don't even know if I remember which pieces are what color. But my brain figures it out because it's just so easy. I already know the second I see the color what it is. I just know, which is a bit interesting, I find. It's just another way that the brain picks up stuff. Even if you don't know what you know, the brain will still put it to good use, which is kind of cool. The other thing is, after a while of playing, as well as picking up the colors and the shapes, which makes it easier to anticipate where they're going to go as they're coming down, you will notice in that next bar, after a while of playing, that you will naturally see it peripherally, just at the side of your vision, and your mind will start anticipating the move before you've even got the piece. So not only are you slotting your current piece into a place that fits, but you're already preparing your next move, alright? And your brain will just do that naturally because it's fucking amazing, and it just does it for you. It just adapts, it figures it out. The more you do something, the better you'll get, and the more your brain will absorb and adapt and get better and better and better and more proficient at doing it, which is really, really cool. Now you'll notice while I play Tetris, I try not to create too many gaps, because, for example, let's just deliberately fuck this up a bit, alright? Let's just make this really shit. Oh no. Now, see all these gaps I've made? Let's make it even worse now. Let's do that. Oh, those gaps. You notice I've gone so high, but I didn't destroy any pieces. Because it doesn't work like that. I just fucked it. Really badly, actually. Which is kind of cool. It's a bit of a challenge. So basically, you don't want to create holes, because now you've got the same problem I've got here, which is those pieces down the bottom are going to be a little bit trickier to fix. And by fix, I mean to fill up and get rid of. So now what I've got to do is work my way down, layer by layer, as you see I'm doing now, to get rid of those holes. And a lot of people, when they start making holes, they might fuck up. In this game, it's easy to accidentally press up. If you press up, it automatically drops the piece like that. A lot of people will fuck up with that button, and they'll be like, oh, I give up, start again, I fucked this up. And I say to them, dude, that's how you get better at this game, is learning how to fuck up, not just giving up, but learning how to fix your mistakes. It's a big part of, if you want to get good at Tetris, it's a big part of becoming a Tetris master. And I'm not saying I'm a Tetris master, I'm sure there's people out there that are better than me at Tetris, and that's awesome. What I am saying is that it's not meant to be easy. It's like anything. If it's not a challenge, then you're not learning. If you're just sitting within what's comfortable and you're only playing games at the difficulty level that's easy for you to win at, then I don't see the point in playing the game at all. I think it's just wasting time. Because gaming is about bettering yourself. It's about mastering the game. In general, I think that's the idea of why people game, is to get to that next highest level, to get to that boss. Oh shit. Oh, it's getting fast now. To get to that, see what I just did there is to try and fix those gaps by creating a bridge. And I know that, bang, I've got that sorted. You know, it's about reaching the next level, the next boss, getting those Easter eggs, those wonder weapons. I do play a bit of Call of Duty just because it's really challenging and a bit addictive. It's a good game. They know how to make their games, Treyarch, at least when it comes to blocks. So, you know, like I just saw me deliberately fuck everything up, and now the speed's getting so hectic that oh, that worked. And I'm starting to regret fucking it up a little bit, because I don't know if I can fix it, and if I can get my record that I wanted. But you know what, nothing's going to stop me from trying. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, that was good. And that's the thing with Tetris, you can also slide pieces in. You'll notice I just did that just then. That's the best there. So I can just open it up. Okay, it's getting tricky now. It's getting tricky. So I'm already knowing what pieces are coming. It's not as difficult as, oh shit, I didn't want to do that. Oopsie, I think I fucked it, everyone. It's going so quick now. At some points it gets so quick you can't even move pieces across the screen because it will not let you. Oh, thank God. Yeah, this is getting tricky now. I'm starting to get a bit scared. Just a little bit. Okay. Oh shit, I'm pretty sure I just ruined myself. Yeah, I just ruined it. That's it, people, and I don't think I beat my score because I did miss out. You'll see the difference there in my score. I think I was in the 100,000s before, and that's because I got a lot more Tetrises. That's the thing, so it's the same with life. If you don't challenge yourself, you don't grow, you know, so... the other thing with Tetris, I've talked about how it works, I've talked about how you'll pick up on the colours and what comes next and anticipating. If you're in a shitty situation, you just switch your piece out. The other thing, you know, as well as how to fix up holes and whatnot, is you want to leave spaces to accommodate for all the different shape varieties. So you'll notice here there's a square gap. That's for my square. Now the obvious choice would be to put it there, right? Not for me, not right now. Here, there's a line of 3. It's already too long for most pieces. The only way I'd fill that up properly is with a long stick. So I'm not going to make that thing too long. Ideally, if it's only 2 blocks high, you can still use one of... Where is it? One of these pieces. Because that's 3 blocks high. It can go 2 blocks deep. So if you've got something that's 2 blocks high, you can still fit that in there and fill the gap perfectly. If it's 3 gaps high and you've got 2 walls on each side and it's 3 gaps, the only thing that's going to fill that perfectly is a long blue stick of 4 Tetris blocks, right? So if you've already got something too tall, you may as well just keep building that side up. You know what I mean? Because it's not like you're going to fit one of these bad boy L shapes down there. You know what I mean? So I'm building, this is going to be my Tetris side. So when I talk about making sure you're accommodating for all the different shapes, what I mean is I always have one section, usually on the sides, but not always. It depends how it plays out. Sometimes I'll have two, as you see here, but I'm not going to play it like that. I'll have two sides, or one gap specifically left there for long Tetris pieces. You know, I could switch the piece now because I don't want to create that long side here that I just did. But I just did because if I did switch, I would have had a square, and that would have left me with a gap somewhere. Alright, now though, however, you'll see I've just created a square space. So I'm going to switch this bad boy out. If not, just do this. Now I'm going to just do this for the hell of it. That's going to be my L shape. I do prefer the sides. It means I can use this to put shapes on. If you do this, if I made a gap here where that blue line is, wouldn't have worked so well. Oh, I'm going to switch now. There, I'm going to put that in its space. So the idea is, this shape you see now, the little squiggly S, there are two different kinds of. There's one facing this way and one facing the other way, which is this way. Oh, kind of. Not really the same, is it? So you want to leave a shape of each kind so that you've got somewhere to drop those shapes when they come to you. Now, given that the left-hand side is the side I've chosen for my long sticks, and there's no point in having two sides because that's just space I'm taking up on the grid that could accommodate for other shapes. I'm going to fill this shape back in, and if I put that there, I'm just creating another long side, and I'm reducing my battlefield there. So I'm going to put it there. I'm going to now do this. Yep, do this. Doesn't matter how tall it gets, as long as you know you can fix it. And I got heaps of breathing room. Look how slow it's going. Now look at that. And this is what I mean. Because it's only 2 deep, I can perfectly fill that hole. But if it was any higher, any deeper, I wouldn't be able to. Now here's a problem. What do you do here? This is what I would do. It's not as much space as I would like, but that's okay. And I'll show you why I did that, and you probably noticed me doing it before. Let's just try and fill that in so I can show you what I'm doing there. Now here's a situation. What I'm going to do is put that there. If I put it up here, it's making it too complicated. Too much shit I got to fix. I've already got one little gap there I got to fix. Oh, I missed it. But I can do this. Haha. So handy to have. Now, this isn't going to work, but I'm going to show you the... Actually, you know what? I'm going to make that work. I'm going to do it properly. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, so what can we do? Great, now this is going to create 2 different shapes. You'll see those 2 shapes opposing each other, this side and this side, for each different kind of S. That's perfect. Now I've got a thing in the middle for the squares, and I've got the 2 things on the side for the L shape. So this is actually almost pretty much a perfect setup for your Tetris. And if I was to get long sticks, I would either switch them out, or I would put them on top of those pink things. Alright, directly on top. But then I'm still cutting myself out one shape, aren't I? Now check this out. Remember how I put this piece there, that red S? And then you're like, what the fuck's he going to do with that? Perhaps. Well, I'm going to show you what that's about. Now I should have... Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to do this. That's going to be my long side. There's my cube. Oh, what am I doing? No, switch it out. You can always switch it out, people. Okay, it's becoming a bit messy. Oh, I didn't get to show you, and I had the square next. No! We got what I was going to do. I was going to get the square. I was going to ram that baby right down there and slot it in to the gap that I created many turns ago. So, but you can't do that. If you've got a thing where it's like, fuck, the shape fits nowhere, fuck it, I'm going to put it like this so I can fill it in later. And it's going to build up and flatten it, make it flat, and then stick something in there. Which that also requires a bit of thought. Well, just becoming more aware of how it works, really. Your brain will just see how it fits in time. You don't want to do that right on the edge. Let's say when you've only got 1 or 2 rows on the grid, because sorry, one row on the grid. Because let's say you need to get an L shape into a gap. You've got two blocks like this, and you've got like a gap, right? Here's the gap. You've got to put an L shape into the gap. If it's against the wall, and you've only got one column left, you can't fit a two-shaped in width piece in the first place in order to slot it in. Now sometimes you can rotate your pieces in, so they might fit in one way, like those the three block and then the one block in the center, those pieces. Sometimes you'll be able to fit it in and then reshape it while you're in there. But you got to keep in mind, there's no such thing as fucking up. If a piece doesn't fit, try and anticipate how you can fill it in later. And that's everything you need to know. You've got to leave spaces for all your shapes, and everything else I told you, and your brain will do the rest. Now I'm going to try a serious run. I'm going to try and break my biggest score. Alright? And here we go. Bit of distance helps, you can see more of what's going on. I'm not as good, I think, because it is a bit late. I think it's like 3:20 in the morning, yeah, so I didn't get the best sleep last night either. But we'll see how we fare. Generally, I do like to save those long pieces so that you've got your Tetris breaker all ready and nice to go. Now I can see I've got the square ready, so I'm not going to put that here because that would fuck up my square. You've got to be careful not to fuck yourself up. Instead I'm going to create a long stick there, which is fine because I can just fill it in. That's good, that gives me a few different shapes I can fit around that. Let's drop it down a bit to keep things comfortable. Didn't think that one through properly. It would have been tricky for you guys to figure out what I was going for, but it's all good. Still got this. Didn't mean to do that either. It is really easy to slip and press up instead of down, and it doesn't make sense, but with the D-pad, easier to do than you would think. Not my best run. I probably won't get enough Tetrises to beat my score, and that's okay. I'll still feel like a man after this. Alright, let's get back on track, shall we? Now, if you get a long piece, you don't want to put it on top where there are gaps below, because it means it's going to take longer to get rid of all those pieces you've just piled on there, so that you have access to those gaps that you want to fill in. You don't want to bury them with more paperwork. Except there, I've just opened up enough more, I guess, for me to do that, and it's all good. I've almost fixed my shit, but I haven't got enough. Tetris says, oh, what am I doing? I'm going to Tetris there. Look at that. Sexual. Alright. And it does pay to start slowing it down so you can think. You see what that's why I did that. Sometimes what feels like the worst thing to do and doesn't make sense can actually be the best course of action. Everything's fitting nicely. I want to get that Tetris because I am aiming to break my score. It's a bit of a risk. Oh shit, I just fucked myself again, I think. No, I didn't. Here we go. Thank God for that new hold function, huh? Tetris enthusiasts, you would appreciate that one, I think. Oh shit. Yeah, fuck it. Do it there. It does get so fast that you literally just can't push the thing in time. You can't slide the pieces in time. You know. Starting to get a bit intense. It does get faster as you progress, otherwise it wouldn't be a challenge and it wouldn't be fun. What am I doing? Potentially fucking it. Oh shit. And that's it. Did I do it? No, I did not. I failed. I failed. I was quite proud though. I managed to survive a bit. But I am yet to break my highest score. Is my highest score actually listed here? That's the question. Not that I can see. But I'm sure if I get out of this, it's going to have him. There we go, progress. What are my stats? And then it just shows your overall how much of everything. Top score, 133,000. So I lasted a bit longer than that. Let's try a sprint, shall we? It's only a 3-minute game. We'll finish off with a bit of a sprint. Basically, it's to see how quickly I can clear 40 lines. They don't have to be Tetrises. I just got to clear 40 lines. Let's see if I can beat, what was it, 2 minutes and 48 seconds, alright? Let's see how we go. Alright. Wish me luck, not that I need it. Don't think I've done it. This is just really bad. I don't know if it's the shapes I'm getting or if it's just me. This is really bad. Really bad. Horrible. The Tetris guy designed this game, he would not be proud of me right now. It took so long to get that shape. What the hell? There's no way. Fuck it. Ah! Where's the hell? How many long pieces? Am I gonna get any long? Am I gonna get any long pieces? Oh god. There. I beat my score. 2 minute 42. Doesn't say I beat it. You know what, I'm going to finish this video on an up note. No one's watching now. I mean, who's going to watch some random dude they don't know on the other side of the world, all the same side, doesn't really matter, playing Tetris, talking jack shit, alright? Just talking bollocks. But for me, it's a challenge and I want to overcome the challenge. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to get quicker than my oldest score. Fucked it. Fuck it. See, my instinct there was to give up. But why? Why give up? I'm not a bitch. So many fuck-ups there, I'm probably not going to do it either. Which means you might be in for another game, people. Yay! Anyway, in case you don't want to see me try and outdo my best, cheers for watching. Hope you had fun, learned something, whatever. And happy gaming, everyone. And if you don't game, just go out there and find the game for you and start playing it. Please, it's a lot of fun. It'll save you a ton of money, and you might actually find yourself finding the actual productive outcomes that are associated with gaming. you might find yourself getting a bit smarter. Depending on what you're playing. If you're just killing zombies all day, probably won't make you smarter. Might make you better in warfare, at least in reflexes and spanning the environment and detecting shit, maybe. But besides that, I don't know. It's a bit fetched. A bit far-fetched. I think this doesn't give you as many sticks because it wants to be a challenge. You know? I think that's what the deal is. The dealio there. And that's cool. Challenges are cool. But not when you keep messing up like that. There's no ways. Alright, I can do this. No I can't. Okay, yes I can. Just use your head, Phoenix. How many lines? Does it even show me? Fuck, I'm just gonna, you know, yeah, I've already lost it, so I don't even know. Does it show you how many lines you've got so far? I don't think it does. Don't think it shows you diddly squat. One more effort, because you have to learn when to quit. This is it, breaking my record. Doing so good. Can I do it? Yeah! I think that's my best. I think that's my best. Let's check the progress board, shall we? 2 minutes 19, best sprint time. Best sprint time, 2 minutes 19 with 40 lines. I'm happy with that, actually. Quite happy with that. I shaved off a good 30 seconds. Now, just for good measure, yeah, I could quit while I'm ahead. And if I lose this time, that's fine. I succeeded in overcoming my first challenge. I'm going to give it one more shot. And let's see, since I got so close to 2 minutes, let's see if I can do 40 lines in 2 minutes. That would be intense. That's almost a line a second. Almost. It's like 1 point something small, 1.2 a second or some shit. Alright. Let's do this. I already fucked it. No. Alright, there's my score there. Restart. Anyway, guys, fuck it. I'm gonna give it one more shot. I don't know. I keep saying it, but we're almost on the hour mark. Actually, you know what? We're at the hour mark. I'm gonna call it in there, but I'm gonna try again because I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood just for fucking blip. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's beat that shit. Let's get the shit in 2 minutes. Now I am being picky. I just want to do it in 2 minutes. If I can do it in 2 minutes, I will be most proud and satisfied. Fucked it. I fucked it. I actually wasn't doing bad then. Holy shit, did I do it? Wait, did I just match my fucking score? Is that what's just happened? Or did I just beat my old score even though I really megally fucked up? If I megally fucked up and I already had all these cubes lined up, I reckon I could quite easily do 40 lines in 60 minutes. Well, I think that's very doable. I'm just going to test something. I reckon sometimes I need to slide pieces down to slot them in to make them fit into awkward gaps. I'm going to turn up the speed on this and see if it helps make that process a bit quicker. Let's see how we go. Level 5. Oh my god. Did I do it? 2 minutes 30? Wow, I'm sinking. You know what? You guys can leave whenever you want, really. I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. Until I get it at least 2 minutes, exactly. Or less. Alright? Because I'm determined as hell. Yeah, but like I said again, cheers for watching. Sorry I didn't get there yet. I thought I'd be better. I'm going to turn up the speed again, you know, to 8. Let's see how that goes. Oh, that's good. I like that. Less time wasted. Oh my god. 2 minutes 12? I swear every time I think I'm doing better. How the hell did I get 2 minutes 11? I thought that was like my best shot. Again, can't afford for any fuck ups. We're playing in the big leagues now. You know what, I'm just going to have one more shot. You know what, I'm actually going to just do a reckless round. Just, if I fuck up, fuck it. Just whatever works. You know what I'm saying? I've already fucked it. I've already fucked it. You know what? I know I say never give up, but it is 3:50 in the morning. And yeah, I think I'll have a much better chance at reaching my score target in the morning or some other day whenever I play Tetris next. But I hope it's been fun watching people, and like I said, I hope you learned. If you've hung out all this way, why are you still watching? There's no like special Easter egg finish or anything, and I didn't hit the 2-minute mark if you just wanted to see me reach that feat. But you know, yeah, there's life out there. There's really more important things to be doing right now than watching this. So go, shoot, go outside, hug a tree, lay down, hug a guitar underneath a tree, and watch the clouds roll by. And honestly, that gives you like the best feeling in the world. Literally, once I was literally holding a guitar under a tree, and I felt just as content as if I was in love with a woman who was laying in my arms. Just me, my guitar, under a tree. And that's it. That's the stuff of life, people. Not this. Not this. Don't say you're watching this. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Life's out there. I mean, it's good here. It's like, not to discount everything I just fucking talked about and drummed up about gaming being, you know, awesome and not just a thing that wastes time and get out there and do real things. It's not like now I'm saying, well, actually, yeah, get out there and do real things. But I kind of am, because anything when pushed to extremes, and anything when taken too far in excess isn't a good thing. You know, everything in moderation, even excess though. It's good to have excess every now and then. It's good to have a binge, have a good gaming night, you know, a weekend, but all in moderation as well. So moderate this, watching this video, because there's been no reason to watch me play now. It's not that entertaining. There's much more entertaining stuff out there if that's what you're seeking, entertainment, or if you're seeking to learn something, or do something, create something. You think it, you can do it. You know, if you will it to be, it will be. So stop watching this in excess and fuck off. Seriously, go away, get out there, shoot, and do something, or play a game. Either way, whatever you choose to do, people. I hope you have fun. Oh, there's my controller. And once again, thanks for watching. It has been my privilege, my pleasure. I am Phoenix. This was Gaming with Phoenix. Today it was Tetris. Next time, who knows? It's a world of possibility. Peace out, y'all. Much love to you. How the fuck do I get out this thing? That's my nice little finish, so I just want to... How do I stop this? Is there like a stop broadcasting button? There should be a stop. Just stop the broadcast, press the share button, and then select broadcast. Well, I fucking did that, you know. Excuse me, I didn't really. This is a bit of a social faux pas, really, isn't it? A bit of a universal social faux pas. I'm pressing the share button. What you broadcast settings? Yes, it's what I. What? I think it might be stuck with me forever, people. I think you might have to say goodbye to reality, to everything else in the world, and you might just have to sit glued to your chair until cobwebs surround your whole frame just so you can watch me trying to figure out how to fucking stop this shit. Because it's actually quite... Oh, there it is! It's right there! It's got to press stop! Fucking idiot. Seriously. That is...